What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have Broken by the Scream. Yes, indeed, how about that? Broken by the Scream making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from SMB, and this is actually one of SMB's 3 prioritized requests for the month of July for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, SMB. I hope you enjoy the show, man. SMB wanted to see me react to this song by Broken by the Stream called Kanjou Cross Counter. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a minute, hang on, this sounds familiar, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Broken by the Scream, and surprise, surprise, and the video has 498,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Broken by the Scream. No idea what that says. And that's all there is. Look, this is the link that SMB gave me, so this is not the right video. Don't blame me. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know. Just looking here, I feel like we're about to be just absolutely smacked in the face. I could be wrong, but the video looks like we're about to just hit the ground running. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
I knew it.
Ooh.
Your fear make air stink.
Okay, once I got over the initial shock of the entrance, the funny thing is, even though I had a feeling that was going to happen, or something like that was going to happen, it still gobsmacked me a little bit. Once I got over the initial shock, though, and I settled in a little bit, the first thing I noticed was the instrumentals. Guitar, bass, drums, super tight, like ridiculously tight. All those syncopated accents, all the syncopated playing, all in unison, all together, all at the exact same time. Very, very well done. Very, very clean. It's pretty impressive, actually. As far as the vocals go, okay, this is what I'm seeing, and I'm also I gotta keep in mind this is a music video. Okay, this is not live. I'm not seeing them actually do it in a live situation. All I have to go on is a music video, and you guys know how music videos are, man. I mean, they're produced, they're edited. You know, people do things in videos that they don't do live, are incapable of doing live. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how legit it is, but from what I'm going off of the videos, what I'm seeing is you got two ladies who are doing the grit and growl voicings. One's the higher pitched, the pinched grit and growl, and the other one's more guttural grit and growl. You got two ladies who are dedicated completely to clean vocalizations and harmonies, but then you have all four coming together on what I believe we just heard was the chorus, and all four are singing clean in harmonies. Kind of reminds me, what was that band I did a reaction to? It got blocked, unfortunately. What was that band? There were four girls. One of the girls did really impressive grit and growl. Man, what was the name of the band? Shoot, I don't remember the name of the band. It kind of reminds me of that a little bit. You got the dedicated vocalists who have their parts. They cover the parts, and you have other parts that are being covered, dedicatedly by other ladies. And it just seems like the delegation is there, and I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with that at all. It just, I've seen it before. This is not a shock to me because I've seen it before from that other band. They're doing a fine job. I got no issue with anything that's going on. Let's keep going and let's see where this goes. Nice guitar solo. Really nice guitar solo. I just noticed the band members, the instrumentalists, they are all wearing masks, and the masks are all the exact same. A la the Commie Band, either take your pick, East or West now. Both bands wear those masks. Or like Ghost, where all the musicians, the nameless ghouls, as I've learned they're called, all wearing the same uniform mask. Now, my question is this, and I'm hoping that fans can tell me, is that something the band wears all the time? Like when this band performs live, are they wearing those masks, or are the masks strictly for this music video? I don't know. I have no idea. Personally, I kind of hope it's just for the video. Don't get me wrong. Nothing against Ghost. I think Ghost does a great job, and I think that the whole nameless ghoul thing is. I think that's really cool. The Commie Band wearing masks. I don't like it, and the reason I don't like it is we were introduced to them. And they were wearing those ridiculous skeleton costumes, I think, and then they ditched those for the white robes and the makeup, which I was far more attracted to from an aesthetic standpoint. I think it looked really good, and it gave each of the members an identity, which I think the band desperately needed. And now they're all wearing masks, and I'm not a fan of it. I'm really not. We got enough bands out there who wear masks. You know what I mean? We don't need more bands where the band members wear masks. We really don't. So I'm really hoping that is just for this video. And when they actually play live, they're not on. I'm really hoping that's the case, but something tells me it is. Something tells me that they wear those masks all the time. And I'm not a fan, if that's the case. I don't know how I feel about that. I like it when the four ladies are singing together in the chorus. It really helps fill the chorus out. It's the fullest sounding part of the song, the richest sounding part of the song. I really dig it. I also like it when you have the two ladies who are singing together clean with their harmonies. That sounds really good too. I dig that. The grit and growl from the other two, it's being done well. Don't get me wrong. They have great grit and growl technique. Especially the one doing the guttural voice. Really good technique. The one doing the upper pitched voice, I worry for her. I really do. I hope she's using proper technique, because if she's not, she's going to end up with polyps on her vocal cords real quick. I really hope she's using proper technique. Overall, it sounds really good. I like the direction this is going. And there's a very specific reason for it, and I'll talk about that in the review. Let's finish this out, and we'll get to the review. Yeah, I like this part. Nice. The instrumentation is so clean. It's very impressively done. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Broken by the Scream with Kanjou Cross Counter. This was a request from SMB, and this was actually one of SMB's 3 prioritized requests for the month of July for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, SMB. I hope you enjoyed the show, man. I thought about it, and I was kind of playing between two scores, and what made me decide the score I picked on was probably the most, how should I put this, contributing factor to my score overall. So it doesn't mean that necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. It's that this is the thing that really drove me to the score in the first place. And it was also now the deciding factor after weighing everything against each other. It's the most, I think it's definitely the strongest argument for my score. So I'll explain everything, I promise. Let's get to it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.4. Yep, 8.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, I'm still racking my brain trying to remember the name of the band that I did a reaction to. I only did one. I've only done one reaction to them. It was 4 ladies. One of them was doing the grit and growl voice. God dang it. She had pink hair. She was wearing like an armor piece on one shoulder, like a spiked armor piece on her shoulder. The other 3 girls, no armor, but they were, wearing, very similar style outfits, just with no metal on them. It was very much the same vibe as this, but God dang it, I do not remember the name of the band. Anyway, shoot. Okay, let's talk about those vocals. Let's talk about those vocals. Very similar approach to that other band. I don't remember the name of the band. Where you had dedicated vocal assignments, like delegation. You and you are going to take care of the grit and growl, and you are going to take care of the dedicated clean vocalist singers. Although when the chorus comes, all 4 of you are going to sing clean, okay? You're going to do a grit and growl style that's very pinched. You're going to do a grit and growl style that's very guttural. You're going to take care of the lower harmonies, and you're going to take care of the higher harmonies. And when you all come together, we're going to double it up. So you and you will do higher, you and you will do lower. That's what it feels like. Listen, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with assignments. There's nothing wrong with delegation. It makes things simple when it comes to the songwriting process. It makes things simple when it comes to figuring out who's going to do what, because you have your assignments. You know what I mean? You've been delegated as this person. You've been delegated as that person. Now, the downside there is you kind of, it's almost like acting. You become typecast. You know what I mean? It becomes, you are that person that does, this style of vocal, and you are the person that does this style of vocal. And the thing is, people who do those types of typecasting, they're not wrong, because that person does do exactly what's being described. So it's a positive and it's a negative. It'd be nice to find out I'm wrong about that, and maybe the fans will tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe they all take turns. Maybe they all rotate. Maybe on this song, this person does the higher grit and growl. Maybe this person does the lower grit and growl. But on another song, maybe they switch. And maybe on another song, those two do the clean vocals, And maybe they all, rotate and take turns doing everything. I would really hope that is the case. I would, because it seems like, I know the two that do the grit and growl are very capable of singing clean vocal, because they do in the chorus. So the question there then is, the two singing the clean vocals in the pre-chorus, are they capable of doing grit and growl? If they are, then there's no reason not to rotate them around. You know what I mean? But as far as the vocal quality goes, the guttural grit and growl was really well done. I had no issue with it. It sounded really good. The clean vocals from all 4 ladies sounded great. I loved the chorus. Definitely my favorite part of the song. When we had the vocals all come in together, sounding very full, very rich. And I really enjoyed that part, man. It was very, very enjoyable to listen to. The one girl that was doing the pinched grit and growl, she did a great job of it, don't get me wrong. There were a couple places where I felt the pinching got a little excessive. And I really hope for her sake that she's using proper technique, because if she's not, her vocal cords are going to look like shredded chicken in about a year or two. I mean, that is the most damaging style of vocalizations you can do, is a pinched style, grit and growl. And if you don't use proper technique, your vocal cords are going to be polyp ridden within, seriously, about a year or two. It's not going to be pretty. So I really hope she's using proper technique. Vocals aside, let's put the vocals aside and let's talk about the instrumentation. Now, from what I could hear, I heard some things that were very impressive. And the thing is, I'm not talking about notation. Like, what was played wasn't necessarily all that impressive. Like the chords they were playing, the notes they were playing, not really all that eyebrow raising, not really all that impressive. But it wasn't what they played, it was how they played it. All the start and stops, all the syncopation, all the synchronization, all of the attacks and articulations. I mean, it was just super, super clean, almost to the point of being sterile. Like I know it was live. I know this was not programmed. I can hear the strings being strummed. I could hear the stick grazing off of the cymbals. I could hear all the acoustics, all the little tips and all the little hints that those were actual real instruments, which was great to hear. I'm glad it was, because it was so tight that I'm not gonna lie, at times I kind of wondered, is this programmed? Is this Pro Tools? You know, are these real instruments, or is this programmed? Because it is ridiculously tight. That was impressive. Not so much, like I said, not so much what they were playing, but how they were doing it and how well they were executing it, how cleanly they were executing it. That was impressive. That was absolutely impressive, and I definitely enjoyed that. It was fun to listen to. More, and I'm going to say this, and I really hope fans of the band don't come down on me for saying this. I was more impressed, honestly, with the instrumentation, with the band, than I was with the ladies. Don't get me wrong, I think the ladies did a fine job. I think they did an outstanding job with what they had and what they did. I think they did a fantastic job. They added to the song in a very nice way, a very pleasant way, and a very diverse way, okay? I'm not taking anything away from the ladies. I'm just saying, for me personally, I was more impressed with the instrumentation. I was definitely more impressed with the band. So anyway, 8.4, I feel good with that score. It's a great score. For those of you who may be new to the channel, maybe you're big fans of Broken by the Scream, and you've never been on the channel before, and you have no idea what an 8.4 is. Let me assure you, it's a great score. It's right in the middle of the great scale. Now, if you don't believe me, that's okay. Scroll down a little bit in the video description. Go ahead, scroll down a little bit. You're gonna find my scoring system chart. And what you're looking for is 8.0 to 8.9. What does that say? It says great. Just remember, 8 is great. If you get an 8 point anything, it's a great score. Granted, there are varying degrees of greatness, but this is right about in the middle. And I have no problem giving it that score. I think it is a score that is very well deserved for a first time outing by Broken by the Scream. So 8.4 is where we're at, and 8.4 is where we're gonna stay. So 8.4, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.